Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. And I'm so excited to have Coach Liz Oyervides on with us. Um, Man, a game changer in the game, amazing lady doing some great things. And I'm truly grateful to be connected with her and, excited to highlight her and the amazing things that she has going on. So first off, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out on the Success Chronicles.
No, of course. I think it's a long time coming. I know we've been talking about this a lot, but I'm glad that I'm finally here and I'm excited to get going with you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we figured it out and made it happen. So let's dive into it. If you don't mind, share with the audience, a little bit about who you are, so they have an idea of who you are and your journey and what it is you do.
All right. So I'm Liz Oyervides, like Chip said. I grew up in Houston, born and raised. Went to Cy-Fair. I went to Cy Lakes High School. Grew up with my parents, my younger sister. Both of us went through Cy-Fair Independent School District. Graduated from Cy Lakes in 2015. Went over and became an Aggie at A&M. And so I was there from 2015 to 2019.
Mm-hmm.
While I was there, I want to say I started my coaching career. I was an assistant varsity coach for the girls program at Agland Homeschool Athletics. So it's the homeschool program that College Station has. And so that kind of got going. We got going. I did that from my sophomore through my senior year at A&M. And so coming out of A&M, graduating, I already had some coaching experience in me. And then I was blessed to come home. I am now at Bridgeland High School. In 2022, I graduated with my master's from Houston Baptist University. So that was a big goal of mine in sports management, just to kind of go through my future and think about that. But yeah, now I'm still at Bridgeland. I've been coaching there for 5 years now. All 5 years I've been girls basketball, and for the past 3 years I've coached volleyball. So that's kind of incorporating both a little bit of my life story with my coaching career, kind of where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
When I saw that question, there were so many things that came to mind.
Uh-huh.
I don't like to be on the spotlight, but I even had to kind of throw it out there to my sister, and she was like, "Oh my God, really?" One thing that I would say I'm very proud of, I'm the first one in my family to go to college, and that's a big deal. That was something that my parents always instilled in me as an investment, going to college and not only being the first one to get a bachelor's degree, but the first one in my family to get a master's as well. I'm just very proud of that. My bachelor's was always something that I knew I would have completed, but I think my master's was one of those things where I was like, it needs to happen. I don't think educational wise I would be as happy, as satisfied with myself. I think that was a personal goal of mine. It wasn't like anyone pushed me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No one was like, hey, you need to do this so you can do XYZ. It was always a thing from high school that I had, and that came along with a big influence of my teachers. My U.S. history teacher, Miss Pitt, was the one that really instilled that in me. She was like, you just got to go get it, right? Just like you say, we got to go get it. And so she had a big influence on me. And I not only did it for myself, but for my family, but also for her, because I knew the importance that she brought to my life to make sure that got taken care of. The second thing and I don't like to talk about it much, but I am very proud of this. Last year, I was selected as the 5A, 6A Assistant Coach of the Year by the Texas Girl Coaches Association. And so to me, to be recognized for my work and recognized for my service in the game was pretty important for me. I know sometimes we as coaches feel like we are not seen, or that we do a lot of things, and so being able to have that recognition was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me a little while to soak it in and be okay with people bringing it up,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
was one of those things that I kind of had to learn. Like, it's okay to take the praise and take the love and take
yeah. No, you
um,
put the work in for that, coach.
I think I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
um,
And
and
deserve it. So I can say that, okay?
okay, I'll let you say that.
Okay.
And then the last thing, and this has been such a game changer for me, is just being able to be part of the Rock program. Um, Being able to be among some of the best youth, young coaches in the state through Texas High School Coaches Association. Like, I can't tell you how proud I am of myself to be able to be selected with great mentors and great leaders in that program, and how much it has helped me. You talk about me being a game changer. I think if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't be the game changer that I am today. So as of right now, those are the big three for me, and hopefully I can keep adding on to that second time around we get together.
Let's go. Oh, it's definitely gonna be more. But if you
Let's
don't,
hope so.
yeah, if you don't mind, talk to us a little more about the Rock Mentor Program and the Texas High School Coaches Association Ambassador. Like, talk to us about all of that because, like, me, being a longtime coach in the state as well, I think what we do in the state for our coaches is elite level, right? And I think, for sure, because we do it for kids, what we do for kids in our state is super elite, right? Seeing the products that we put out there and everything, not just sport, but like academic, I mean, like we put some great people in the world. So talk to us a little bit more about like the Rock program and the ambassador, like that setup so people have an idea of like what's he talking about? A rock?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a rock. It's actually
Right.
an acronym for what the association has come up with. So if I'm not mistaken, about 3 years ago, Texas High School Coach Association started doing some research and understood the importance of keeping coaches in the profession. I believe that was around the time, a little bit after COVID, and how things were changed and protocols changed and how we played the game changed. Um, and so they started this program with, I think the first class was about 20-ish young coaches in the state that got selected to be paired up with a mentor. And so this mentor can be someone that is still coaching, someone that has coached, someone that has coached and has been doing sports administration or district level administration. And so I was blessed to be able to get selected the second class, the class of 22. And so that is a 2-year program where the first year you're considered a rock. So it's you're kind of like a rookie type of thing. We go through a curriculum with our mentors. We keep in touch with our mentors, and we talk about different topics that not necessarily pertain to just basketball or just volleyball or just softball or soccer. They're topics that, as a whole, every coach should know how to handle, like parent communication, like not getting to the point of burning out, how to make relationship with kids, those type of things that can be applied wherever you go. And so that was pretty cool to be able to have that connection with my mentor, but also I made so many great like relationships through it. Second year, you become an advocate, and so some of us are invited back to the Rock Symposium where we can kind of lead and take ownership of what we did and kind of pass it down to the new rocks. And so I was blessed to be able to be selected last year to attend as an advocate, and I'm just blown away by the connections I've been able to make, the friendships I've been able to make. You've had some of my people on here. You've had
Yep.
my girl
Yep.
Layla Allen.
Mm-hmm.
You've had such a great mentor of mine, Amanda Wolf. Like
Mm-hmm.
people that push me to be better. People that have had success in their own ways, and so I'm just very blessed with Joe, Libby, Brian, and Glenn because they have pushed not only this program, but they have turned Texas High School Coaches Association around in a sense of having inclusion and bringing different sports together. I know I've been a member of the association even before I got into coaching. I was in college when I started that through the Texas A&M coaching academy that helps create and make the curriculum for us now. So I knew I saw the evolvement, from
Mm-hmm.
2018 that I started to be going to coaching school, to this past one in Houston, like just
Crazy.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. It's just
Crazy.
awesome.
Crazy growth.
Coaches haven't been to coaching school, like they might not understand where I'm coming from because
Right.
it's so
Yeah.
diverse now. But as a junior in college, or I think I was a junior or senior in college that I did my first coaching conference or my coaching school, where a lot of the sessions were football, and how to become a head football coach, and so
Yep.
and everyone knows that THSCA was known as a football clinic, as a football
Mhm.
conference, and so and I'm sure you've experienced that being a coach.
Oh yeah.
But now, like just seeing it, having softball coaches there, having
Yeah.
women
On board
uh,
members.
board members.
Man,
My I
that's
got we got
amazing.
two now. We got
Yep.
two
Yep.
now. Coach Amanda Wolf is kind of almost out the door, but we got Coach Dickerson from Fort Bend, Austin. She's
Mhm.
coming in. I'm super excited for her. I'm excited that she gets to represent my region, and so
Yeah.
um, I'm excited to start seeing that change, and seeing that coaching is coaching regardless of gender.
Yep.
And so I'm they know. I tell them every time I can, but I'm very thankful for what they've done, not only through the ROCK program, but through, the inclusion and diversity. And then just a little bit about being a Texas High School Coaches brand ambassador. I was asked if I could be, kind of promote our association. And it's been a great ride. I've been able to tell other people about what the association is and what it does, and being able to increase our membership numbers through that has been really cool. And, part of what we do as coaches is to serve, and not a great way to serve the association that has done so much to me, to just kind of put it out there and really show what it has done, and the impact it has had on me.
So good. Well, just hearing you talk about your journey, things that you're proud of, your involvement, with the coaching in this great state of Texas. I would consider all of that to be super successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
Um, to me, if like what would success be for Liz? I just being able to be a well-rounded coach, a well-rounded person, to be able to impact. I know I'm very blessed to be in a profession where I get to impact so many more people than the average person gets to. And so I don't want either my student athletes, my colleagues, my bosses to just see me as a coach and a teacher, but see me as a well-rounded person. The same person that they see on the sideline on Tuesday, Friday nights should be
The
the same
kicks
person
on.
that yeah, with my kicks on. Um, should be the same person that they see, on the weekend, on a weekday with my kicks on
Which,
still, I can still, I don't have to wait on a game day to wear my kicks, but
oh,
being
oh,
able to
oh, you
stay.
rocking some fresh kicks. It don't matter.
Hey, I'm telling you, I put it out there. I tried something new this year and I liked it, and I've gotten some good feedback from it. So
I
I
love it.
might keep it rolling for next year. Blazers and kicks. I think that was a good
Let's
combination,
go.
and people have liked it. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
the people like it, my kids love it. But I had like a little reel, a little video on Twitter that I posted. That was all my kids. Like my kids were the
Yeah.
one, hey coach, we got to get your fit for your fit check. That's what they called it.
Yep. Yep.
So before every game we would do fit checks. But yeah, I mean, going back to your question, just being a well-rounded person. I think I've grown into standing in three values and three kind of things that set me, grounded, which is love, which is whether it's love for the game, love for my kids, love for what I do, being able to care for them, care for myself, care for my colleagues, care for the profession, and then just serving. You know, leadership is something that I really embrace. However I get to, and I think serving is the best way to do that. And so any chance that I can, I try to show that, whether the cameras are rolling or they're not. Because like I said, I don't want to just put it on a show because the cameras are there or people are taking, social media is a big thing now, but it doesn't matter where I'm at. I should be the same person. And so I think if I continue to follow those footsteps and stay myself grounded like that, success is going to come. It's going to be, that's going to be a big part of success for me, but I know like other things around it are going to kind of fall into place.
So good. Well, I love stories, right? So, so is there like a cool story that you have, like some experience that you have maybe have had maybe in coaching that's like just blown you away, like man, this is cool, like you just grateful for the experience and just in the moment. Look at that smile. Listen,
I got you.
yeah. Yeah,
I got
anything
you.
like that come to mind for you?
Yeah, I can definitely two that come to mind. And I won't like extend it a whole bunch, but 3 years ago, I got asked to coach volleyball. And so if any of you know who I am, like volleyball has never been my thing. Um, and I told our head coach, Coach Khalil, I was like, I'll do it. I don't know anything about it. You're gonna have to teach me. There's so many things that I didn't know about volleyball, that subs, there's a limited number of subs you say, like there's a certain rotation my girls need to be in, uh, how the point system works. Anyways, it was a great season. I had a great season, but what really was shocking to me was we were very blessed at the varsity level to make it to the state tournament. And so I promise you, after we left Lufkin, I was on cloud nine that whole week. Like no one could tell me nothing that week. And that's just me thinking, like the feeling of doing that. Obviously, I wasn't putting the one with the jersey on, but just seeing the journey of our girls and kind of, it was a brand new coaching staff. Like it was myself and a new coach. So it was a new dynamic in that sense. Myself not knowing really much what was going on. And then seeing the glow, the happy tears, when we got that last kill in Lufkin to punch our ticket to state was very special, very special. And it took me a little bit to really understand the great value of just making it to state. We came up short in the semifinals, but just having the opportunity to be there, being able to have a UIL medal that I can show my kids, I can show, not to brag, but just be like, look at this great accomplishment that we got, has been one of the highlights of my life. Like I always dream of being at the state tournament in basketball. Never in my mind would have crossed that I would have done that as a volleyball coach. And one thing that one of my former coaches told me was, Liz, like whether you guys win the whole thing or you just make it to the semifinal round, like you are such a young coach, and being able to have this opportunity already, that coaches that have coached for years, like 30, 40 years, I've never had the chance to experience. And so I'm telling you, like, that will be a memory that I'm never gonna forget, because just talking about it like gives me goosebumps again, because I wish I could just relive that again. There were so many awesome emotions, so many things that I learned just in that week between the regional tournament and the state tournament, of all the background things that happen that people don't see, from like booking, a bus, a charter bus, to making sure our girls have food when they get over there, making sure we have facilities. We were very grateful that between our athletic administration, in front office, like helped us so much to be able to get in contact with some of the schools over there that gave us the opportunity to practice on their, gyms. So all of those things that I thought I wouldn't really think about or learn how to do, I learned it in a week. And I was like a point of contact along, there were so many moving parts that I was taking care of one thing, the other assistant coach was for another. And so being able to have that contact, with, people that are in the administrative part of things. I'm never going to forget, like, being in the meeting with Coach Ray Cepeda and Coach Virginia Flores and our APs and our principal, and just talking about hotels and the logistics of things. And that's awesome. I am forever grateful for Bridgeland volleyball, because if it wasn't for those girls and just the process that we went through, like, I don't know if I ever get to be in a state, tournament, as much as I want it as a head coach, hopefully one day. Like, no one promises me that. Even I can work as hard as I can, and sometimes things just won't fall. And so just being able to have the experience of doing all that type of stuff, and getting to experience that was awesome. So I would definitely say that's one of them. And then a second one that I think it is hard to do, yet, even though at the level that we did it in was probably not like, wow. But 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I had an undefeated season in basketball, um, kind of going back to back with volleyball. So I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what losing was for about a year and a half. um, I went with that. I think it was. I think it was basketball. Basketball came first. We went 24-0 with that freshman group, and then I had my summer break, and then came back, and my second group of volleyball kids, went 24-25-0, and so, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it's not at the varsity level. Like, I wasn't competing against some of the best in the state, but just having that feeling, and being able to see that joy. And sometimes those kids are now juniors, and so being able to talk to them, and they still talk about it. Like, coach, like, how crazy was that we went 24-0? I was like, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I know. And so, especially I think at the level that I did it was in the freshman level, which, again, not the highest of the highest, but those kids are still learning how to do things, and keeping them focused and keeping them composed and holding them to high standards of, hey, like, I know you're just a freshman team, but I'm preparing you for what's next. And so there were games that were close. There were games that we were just going up and down and having a good time, but just being able to see the consistency, and I remember, like, there was like 2 more practices left, and I stopped practicing. I told them, hey, like, this behavior is not a championship team behavior, or work ethic. And if you want to be a champion, you have about a game or 2 left. Like, you have a target on your back, and everyone's going to want to come after you. And so you have to be able to practice at that standard to be able to perform at the level that we have to perform. So, I that was cool. I'm not even lying to you. I say it jokingly sometimes. I don't know how to lose, because I hate losing more than I like to win. But that stretch of both season kind of falling back to back, and both having them undefeated was pretty special.
That's awesome. All I do is win, win, win,
Dubs.
no matter what. That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing those stories. And it's so cool to experience those. Just like you said, there's people that coach for a long time and don't even get a sniff of any of that experience. And so, man, just the beauty of um, letting you see that, especially early in your career, so you cherish those moments and like, you don't take the moments you have for granted too. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can go follow you, check you out, and show you some love.
Yeah, definitely. Twitter, or what we now call X, BHS underscore Coach O. You guys will be able to find me there. I love to kind of just not promote, what we're doing in Sci-Fair, but I love promoting what my friends and fellow coaches across the state are doing. Anything that I can do with THSCA, I'm more than welcome to also help on there. And then just being able to promote, I how big I am on my be great motto, and so it's a mindset, and I preach it a lot on Twitter as much as I can, just to get someone going, because it took one person to get me fired up with it and kind of really get it and run it with me, and so I hope that people on social media, which is a very good platform to get people to jump on the positive things and take away. So anything that we're able to do, being able to be great at it, and then everything else falls into place.
Well, there it is. Again, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it. And I wish you continued success.
I appreciate you. I thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me share my stories. Thank you for just being a big supporter of mine.
Yeah.
Because I know every time you get a chance, whether it's me shooting a text or you shooting a text, you always kind of send me little things that I need when I can. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you giving me this platform. And if anyone out there hasn't, they need to start following you and getting on the success stories over here, Success Chronicles,
Yeah.
so we can just keep growing our coaching family and just growing our profession in general.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you so much for the kind words. And you know, it's great when you have people that that's rooting for you. Regardless of what's going on, rooting for you, right? And so it's great when you have good people in your corner and on your side. And thank you for that. And always rooting for you. And I wish you the best of luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you
Oh,
so
hey,
much.
and one more thing, or two more things. Be great and go get it.
Hey, be great. I got my shirt on. I know you
Let's,
be having your stuff on, so let's go be great and let's go get it.
let's go. All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Go get it.